Hi, my name's Alexis, and I will be talking about the current event of Twitter's censorship conflict with Trump. Before we start, let's get to know the First Amendment. This amendment states people have the right to freedom of speech, but also freedom of the press. Now on to the current event. As many of you know, President Trump is very active and vocal on Twitter, but recently many of his tweets have been censored and or banned from the app. CBS 46 News summarizes by saying Twitter's battle with Trump, the president has filed for an executive order to stop the giant social media company from censoring anything. To connect this to the Constitution, we know everyone has the freedom of speech, also known as the First Amendment. However, that doesn't mean we get to violate Twitter's guidelines. There are three main rules that Twitter expects users to follow. One is safety, meaning no direct threats inciting violence. Two is privacy, meaning no exposing anyone's personal information. And three is authenticity, which means no form of identity theft. Here Trump tweets share his opinion on the election being stolen. Did Trump's tweet break any guidelines? Even if it's controversial, it did not violate any of the three guidelines, therefore it's protected under the First Amendment. Another article done by the Media Research Center states that he had ran a study in which they collected data on how many times Trump and Biden had been censored since May 2018. The study showed Trump was censored 65 times and Biden was only 0. Both candidates post about their political beliefs without breaking any guidelines, however only one is censored. Another problem is Twitter states their mission is to serve the public conversation and encourage sharing your opinions. It also states that censorship is not a part of that and will only suspend your tweet if you break their guidelines. This contradicts what people say about Twitter, censoring topics that go against their company's own personal beliefs. This selective censorship was frequent around the 2020 presidential election. An example of selective censoring are two tweets posted by Trump. Only one broke company guidelines, yet both had the same consequence. Tweet 1 is Trump's statement on the topic of BLM protesters, where he makes a direct threat of violence stating when the looting starts, the shooting starts. This is a post that I agree with taking down. However, post number 2 just states his personal opinion on the election process. It does not break any company guidelines, yet it is still censored. Does censoring tweets violate the First Amendment? Based on what we know, yes, censoring tweets violates our First Amendment right unless we start to break company rules. If Twitter is going to censor, it can't be biased and must be fair and equitable. They encourage voicing your opinions, but if they disagree, they take it down, going against the First Amendment. Call to action. Instead of Trump's executive order, which I don't fully agree with, we should go to change.org, where there's a petition to form a new executive order and will protect the freedom of speech and press, while still censoring tweets that don't follow private company rules. This allows people to voice their opinions, not be censored, and still keep everyone safe. Thank you.